All right, let's dive in. Google Labs has just pulled back the curtain on a new kind of AI that could completely reshape how we build software. It's called Jules, and believe me, it's a massive leap forward.
So we've all gotten used to AI as a sort of co-pilot, right? It suggests some code, helps us find a bug. But what if the AI wasn't just helping you row the boat? What if it could sail the whole ship by itself? That's the huge shift we're talking about today, moving from simple assistance to real autonomy. And that brings us to this term you're going to hear a lot more, agentic AI. Now, the key words to grab onto here are autonomously and multi-step. This isn't about the AI suggesting one little line of code. No, this is about giving an AI a big picture goal, like, hey, build out this new feature, and having it figure out and execute the entire plan on its own.
I love this analogy because it just makes it click. Think of it like this. An AI copilot is that expert navigator sitting next to you, pointing out the map. Super helpful. But an agentic AI, that's the self-driving car. You just tell it the destination, lean back, and it handles the rest. It's the difference between getting advice and actually delegating the entire task.
So let's meet Google's version of this self-driving car for code. Say hello to Jules. This is their new autonomous agent, and it's built from the ground up specifically for software development.
So what's the real difference between Jules and the copilots we use every day? It really comes down to this. A copilot is your sidekick. It's right there in your editor, making suggestions as you go. But an agent like Jules, it's a delegate. You give it a job, it goes off and works on it in the cloud, and then it comes back with a finished solution for you to look over.
And the kind of work Jules can handle is, well, it's the stuff that takes up so much of a developer's time. We're talking about complex tasks, fixing a tricky bug that spans multiple files, building whole features from just a prompt, writing and running all the tests. It even handles the messy grunt work like updating dependencies or refactoring tech debt. The whole idea is to get developers away from the mechanical details so they can focus on the bigger, more creative problems.
Okay, so that's what it does, which is pretty amazing. But how does it work in practice? Let's walk through the actual process, from a simple idea to a finished piece of code.
It's a really smart four-step loop, and it's designed to make sure you're always in control. First, you give it a prompt in plain English. Then, and this is the most important part, Jules chews on that, analyzes the whole code base, and comes back with a detailed, step-by-step plan. Nothing happens until you review that plan and give it the green light. Once you say go, it executes the work. And finally, it packages everything up as a standard pull request, so it just slots right into the workflow you're already using.
And you can see these features are built to solve real-world frustrations. Because it understands your whole project, the changes it makes are smart and fit your coding style. It works asynchronously, meaning you can fire off a task and not just sit there waiting. That visible planning step is absolutely crucial for building trust, so it's not going to go off and do something crazy. It even has this cool audio summary feature, like a spoken changelog. And maybe most importantly, it's private by design. It runs in its own little sandbox and never, ever trains on your private code.
So how much can you actually use this thing? Right now in the public beta, you get 60 tasks a day. And you can run 5 of them at the same time. It's partly to manage their servers, of course, but it's also a pretty clever feedback system. Google is basically telling users, if you give us really good, detailed feedback, you can ask for a higher limit. It's a great way to crowdsource the best kind of testing.
Now, you might have also heard about another new Google AI tool called Opal. There's been a little confusion out there about how it's different from Jules, so let's clear that up right now. They might both be from Google, but they are built for 2 totally different jobs.
This right here is the #1 thing to understand. Jules is a power tool for professional developers. You know, people who live and breathe code every day. Its job is to make them way more efficient. Opal, on the other hand, is for everybody else. It's a no-code platform for business users, marketers, you name it. Basically, anyone who wants to build a simple AI app without ever having to write a single line of code.
And the differences really pop when you lay them out side by side. Jules' whole purpose is to change existing code. Opal's is to create brand new apps. The user for Jules is a pro developer. For Opal, it's a non-technical user. And the output tells the whole story. Jules gives you a pull request full of code. Opal gives you a finished, deployable little application.
So look, if you remember just one thing from this comparison, make it this. Jules automates the hard work of coding for the experts. Opal abstracts away the need to code for everyone else. They're two sides of the same coin, both using AI to make building things easier, just for very different people.
Okay, so let's zoom out. What does the arrival of agents like Jules really mean for the future? Because this isn't just about a cool new tool. This feels like a fundamental change in how software gets made.
You can really see this as the next logical step on a long road. In the past, we had basic stuff like linters. Right now, we're in the age of copilots helping us line by line. We are just now entering the era of agents, like Jules, that can handle a task from start to finish. And that just begs the question, what's next? Fully autonomous AI teammates working alongside us? It's a pretty wild thought.
The knock-on effects here are going to be huge. For one, a developer's job is probably going to shift from writing code to directing and reviewing what the AI does. That could unlock a crazy amount of productivity and free us up for more creative design work. It also pushes the democratization of development in two different directions. Jules supercharges the experts, while Opal empowers the non-experts. And all of this means that prompt engineering, the skill of giving perfect instructions to an AI, is no longer some niche thing. It's becoming a core skill for developers.
Which leaves us with one last big question to think about. If AI agents can reliably do the nuts and bolts work, what becomes the most important human work of the future? Is it about high-level strategy, raw creativity, or is it just about having the wisdom to know which problems are worth solving in the first place? That's the huge conversation that tools like Jules are forcing us to have.